Say bye to our shuttle. Dropped off me and why not. Now we are getting started. Today's day number 22. Good morning, everybody. I can't wait to get this day rolling.
Oh, I see why they're killer.
Good morning, guys. All right, so let me tell you, I had a good morning. Best Western, by the way, in Newport is a great place to stay. A little expensive, but they have hot breakfast for free every morning. So they got eggs and sausage stuff, bacon, biscuits and gravy, pancakes. So we loaded up before we headed out this morning. One last free breakfast. Woohoo! And today I'm going to Roaring Fork Shelter. It's about 16 point something miles away. Look at this shoe. Wonder what happened there. And today I get to go over max pack. It's supposed to be nice, high of 59. Tonight's supposed to be a low of I think 43 or something. It's going to be really, really nice temps for the next several days at the very least. Sunny. Looking at rain possibly later this week, but not focused on that now because it's going to be nice. And thinking it's going to take me a couple days to get to Hot Springs. Today and then tomorrow I'm going to get to the shelter right outside town so I can get in the morning. I don't have any business in town besides getting my package and stopping at the post office to mail some stuff home. I don't even think I'm going to need resupply. I got so much food in here. I think I can get myself to Irwin. That was stupid, but most of it was left over that I didn't eat from the Smokies because I thought it would take me longer to get to the Smokies than it did. So, lots of leftover food. Alright, anything else? I can't think where I'm going uphill. Oh, my hands. I needed the 2 days off, even though I didn't want to take them. I needed it. My knuckles are really burning this morning, but I think it's the cold air. But they are doing better. And it gave my nose some time to heal because that poor nose was so raw from all the blowing. So, 2 days was well worth it. And we got to avoid that bad weather that came through yesterday too. So, another plus. Talk to you guys later. Yeah, we got a ton of climbing today. Definitely rivals coming out of the NOC. Actually, correct me if I'm wrong, but the elevation gain might actually be more than coming out of the NOC. But the climb is shorter, I think. I don't know. But you see all the ice still on the ground from yesterday. As I climb higher, a little bit more snow and ice, and a lot more cold. I had taken my puffy off as I started climbing, when I got so cold. I put my rain jacket on just to give me some coverage from that wind. How appropriate, guys. I made it to the top of Snowbird Mountain in the snow. And there's the FAA tower up there, where I came from. So pretty. And I'm heading this way. Stopping right here to get a little bit of water because the next water source is right at the shelter, which is right here, but I don't feel like going off the trail to get to it. And then after that, I think it's not for like another 6 miles till I get to right before Max Patch. They have some really nice signs out on the AT. Look relatively new. Sun's high in the sky. It's right around noon or something like that. And the weather's getting warm already. It's wonderful. But it is making the trail a muddy, sloppy mess. So going down these downhills is a little rough. Oh, yeah, I gotta stop packing so much food, guys. It's just, you know, I don't like feeling like I'm gonna run out of food. I want to feel like I have more than enough to get me where I'm going, but I have so much food in my pack that my shoulder blades are hurting from the weight. So I think, like I said, I'm pretty positive I have enough food to get me from I-40 to Irwin, which is roughly like 7 days. It's really bad. But like I told you, I had extra food left in my pack from the Smokies because I thought it was going to take me longer to get through the park. And then I went and picked up a ton of snacks at Walmart because how I was going to run out of snacks in the Smokies. So now I'm paranoid I'm going to run out of snacks. So I have way too many snacks in my pack. They're going to get eaten. It's just the first several days it's going to be really heavy. I'll have to start trying to get better at that as I go along and then unpack less. But today is beautiful for the first day back. But I'm feeling it. After 2 days of not hiking, definitely feeling it. So I gotta get that back. Gotta get myself back into the groove of it again. And I'm sure that'll come by tomorrow. But the 2 days off was needed. But hopefully I don't have to do that again until my braces appointment when I have to go back home to Michigan to get that my adjustment done. So hopefully between now and then I don't have to take 2 more zeros in a row. I'm hoping I don't have to take any zeros between now and then. But you never know. The one thing you can definitely plan for on a thru hike is that you can't plan for anything. That is for sure. So just left some awesome trail magic. That was totally unexpected. I did not think I would see trail magic today. So they brought a lot of different food. They had cheeseburgers and hot dogs. I had hot dog, and then I had a banana and hot chocolate, and it was hot, which thank God, because that spot was so cold right there. I was freezing. I put my puffy back on. Also had a peanut butter brownie. Oh, it was so good. The lady said that her neighbor baked them all, and so I took another one for later. So good. Oh, but the trail is so sloppy, and everybody's talking about how freezing their feet are because our shoes and socks are just soaked. It's just a mud pit. That's why I haven't filmed much today, because you really have to watch where you're walking. It's super slippery and muddy and yuck. But almost to the top of Max Patch, less than a mile. So can't wait to show you guys. It is just so pretty up here. Oh my gosh. I've been up here quite a few times when I used to live down here, but every single time I come up here, it takes my breath away. It's so pretty. Alright guys, this is the summit of Max Patch. Give you a 360-degree spin over here. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. These views go on for miles. I don't know how well it's showing up on my camera because I can't really see the screen, but just look at that. I seriously cannot get over this. I mean, gosh, it's so stunning. Oh, I want you all to be out here with me just so you can witness this in person. And in case you're wondering, the snow got kind of deep. Ugh, and I'm slipping and sliding everywhere. Yummy, ooey, gooey, mushy stuff I'm stepping in. Oh my god, look. This is a mud pit. That's all it is. It's just straight up mud. Woo! Doggy. It's a good thing it's going to be quite warm tonight. I think it's supposed to be a low of like 41. So that way my shoes won't freeze overnight. And my socks too. Let me tell you, with as much mud is on this trail today, I have never been happier with my decision to pick up a pair of knockoff Crocs at Walmart over the weekend. Oh my gosh. I mean, I picked them up because that day that I got into town, my feet were soaked because it had rained and the trail was like a giant creek bed. And I walked around town for hours with freezing wet feet. And it was miserable. And so I said, you know, if I don't use them on trail, at least I could use them in town. Because, you know, a lot of hostels and stuff, they ask you to take your shoes off when you get there. And then I end up walking around barefoot or in a pair of socks or whatever. So it'd be nice to have a pair of Crocs to change into. But on a day like today, knowing that I can go into camp and take off my, look at the pretty stream. Knowing that I can take off my wet socks and shoes and still have something on my feet sounds amazing. I've gone without camp shoes for the past 3 years. And I didn't miss them, to be honest with you, but I haven't done any long hikes without them. I think the longest hike I did was maybe 4 days. And so I didn't miss them. And I probably still won't take them on shorter hikes with me, but for a long hike, yeah, I'm glad I bought a pair of $10 Walmart Crocs. Hey guys, this is a turn off for the shelter that I was going to stay at. Roaring Fort Shelter. It's a nice one. I stayed there before. But it's 2:30 on the dot right now. And it's beautiful outside. I am feeling really well rested and well fed after the trail magic. Whoa, slipping and sliding. And after being up at Max Patch, I'm feeling good. So I'm going to go the 4.8 to Walnut Mountain Shelter. Nice little foot log I get to go over. So the reason I'm pushing on the Walnut Mountain Shelter, like I said, I'm feeling really good today. I was struggling at first, but then after hitting Trail Magic and sitting there for a little bit and eating and then coming over Max Patch, I just got like rejuvenated. And it felt way too soon to be stopping, especially when it felt so good. And by going 4.8 miles further today, which I don't even know how many miles I'm doing today. I'll tell you guys. I'll look it up and put it down below. By doing that, I will actually be able to go into Hot Springs tomorrow during the middle of the day and get my package, which makes me so happy because I want those gloves so bad. My hands have been doing fine almost all day. Starting maybe a half hour or so ago, I started noticing my knuckles starting to bother me a little bit. So clearly the weather has warmed up and now the sun's starting to get to them. So that's why I'm kind of pushing to get to Hot Springs sooner rather than later, so I can get those gloves and stop worrying about my poor hands. I don't know how many miles. Woo! Jeez, that is so muddy. Sorry. I don't know how many miles that'll make me do tomorrow because there's a really long way between the next shelter after Hot Springs and where I'm coming from. But there are campsites, so I don't have to go to the shelter. I can go camp somewhere else. Hey, talk to you later. This tree trunk, okay, it's a dead tree, but this tree trunk is huge. I don't even know. I mean, it'd probably take like 5 people to wrap themselves around this tree. That is, wow, it's huge. Wish somebody was here so I could show you somebody standing next to it. So awesome. I love to see when trees get that big. Makes me wonder how old it was before it died. Today has been such a great day back. Let me tell you. Oh man. It's been so beautiful out today. And those views, oh look at this. Guys, I just love this. I love this. I mean, I am so lucky to be out here. You have no idea. Well, I'm sure some of you know how lucky I am. And I am not taking one moment for granted out here. Oh, I'm like just shy of, I think, 3 miles from camp. And most of it's flat / downhill until the last, I think, like 1.2 miles. I climbed like, I don't know, 760 feet or something like that in elevation. So, figure make this video now while I can still breathe because I'm going downhill and I'm flat. But, sorry. I said so I could breathe and yet I'm having trouble breathing. I'm just, gosh, I'm just lucky. That's all I have to say. I'm feeling emotional again today. I could not wait to get back out here. The 2 days that I sat in that hotel room, I just wanted to be back out. And I'm just so happy to be back out here. Oh, don't cry. Okay. Sorry, I had to stop the video because my mind was just going away with it in my emotions, so. But I just kind of want to tell you too, tomorrow when I hit Hot Springs, so I'm sending that stuff home that I mentioned in my other video, but then I'm also going to send home, I might be making a mistake, but I'm going to send home my water flosser. For those who watch my gear video, you'll know what that is. I picked up these little rubber tipped orthodontic type flossers at Walmart the other day, and they are exactly what I've been needing, and they make it so easy to clean out my braces after I've had food. And I love my water flosser, don't get me wrong, it's like my favorite thing, but it's kind of a pain because I always have to make sure I have plain water because I put my electric lights in my bottle every day. So then I have to make sure I have a bottle separate with just plain water, so that way I could use it in my flossers. So then I have to pour the water in there, get it all messy, and when it's warm outside, it's fine. But when it's cold, my hands get all wet, I get water all over the place, and then I have to put it back in my fanny pack, which goes in wet, and it's 6.8 ounces, which in my opinion is worth it when it cleans out my teeth so well. But these flossers, they're by Gum. They pretty much do the exact same thing. Might take me an extra few seconds, but if you count all the time I take filling up the water flosser and then having to dump it out and wipe it off and stuff, it actually kind of adds up to the same amount of time. And I'm saving 6.8 ounces because these flossers are super tiny, and a whole pack, if I had to guess, probably weighs like 0.2 pounds, or pounds, oh my god, 0.2 ounces. I mean, they're, hold on, let me see if I can show you. They're like this big and little thin, and they're just perfect. So I can shave, just getting rid of that, 6.8 ounces off my pack. Plus I think with the other stuff, I'm thinking all that stuff, if I added it up right, that's at least another 6 ounces. So if anything, those knockoff Crocs, I don't think those weigh more than half a pound, if they even weigh half a pound. They are unbelievably light, guys. That's the only reason why I picked them up. So if anything, I think I'm actually getting rid of more weight than I added on with the Crocs. Woo! So I'm excited to get rid of this weight. Yes! Just passed through Lemon Gap. I got about 1.2 miles to the shelter, which is all uphill, and met a really nice group of hikers. I think there was like 7 of them or so. They're all traveling together, trail family, and they're really, really nice. They are heading past the shelter tonight, so we won't get to chat with them more later, but I'm sure there'll be some people at the shelter today, and it'll be a whole new group of people, I'm sure, because I really haven't recognized too many people today, but we shall see, won't we? Alright, made it to camp. I actually went past Walnut Mountain Shelter because when I got there it was a teeny tiny shelter and no tenting spots. So I went 0.8, I think it was, past that to Kale Gap, and there's quite a few tenting areas. And I mean, you can see behind me, it's really pretty. And that's where I'm set up. And the trail is just up there. So today is actually my longest day on trail, unintentionally, but it is 21.9 miles. So it puts me a lot closer tomorrow to get into Hot Springs, which is awesome because I'm not staying, but I cannot wait to get those gloves. I'm so happy to get those gloves. And my package too, because I got a couple things in there I want. So I look forward to it. But it's been a long, long day. It is 5:04 right now. So I'm pretty much all set up. I'm not going to really eat dinner. I'm just snacking because I ate a lot today. I'm not really hungry for dinner. But, all right, that'll be it for tonight. And I will see you guys in the morning.